and welcome to Lunch Break with Ariel Wang and Wang Gang. Louis Patzner, who is currently trying to share the stream because we want you guys to see us because we have fun with this, and I hope you guys do too. And I guess we're musicians, so we...
I guess so.
I guess we're musicians, and it means a lot when people can see our live streams. But in any case, today is Beatles Day. Oh my God. Not even going to address that.
Yo, check out my page. Check out my profile right now.
His
I
profile
wrote a funny
is
thing.
so cool.
I
He's
shared
so
it.
funny. I'm laughing.
You are.
I am.
Humor.
That's what people do when things supposed to be funny, right?
When things are so funny, you mean?
Everyone should watch Ted Lasso, by the way.
Yeah.
If you need
It's
one
good.
reason, it's only 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Half
It's on
hour
Apple.
long,
It's
It's
an
on
Apple
Apple.
original.
and it's the only Apple original, maybe worth watching as far as I can tell.
Well, it's the only one we've watched.
It's worth getting Apple for a month and watching those episodes, in my opinion.
Yeah,
But
it's good.
we're
Good
digressing
show.
from the Beatles.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks.
I liked it too.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when sometimes you recommend shows. Is my immediate reaction is to slightly eye roll, which is maybe not a good thing. But I'm really glad that I got over my stupid shit because it was a really good show, as much as I didn't want it to be. Wow.
All right.
I'm
Says a lot
revealing
right there.
Says a lot of terrible things about me. I'm sorry. I'm
Not me,
gonna try
though.
to
It says
change
great
that.
things about me.
You had at least one good recommendation for show watching.
At least. Huh.
At
Yeah.
least.
Okay, great.
You also, got me more into Marvel, and I have to say I'm loving WandaVision, so maybe a few things.
Don't forget The Gifted. You guys got to watch The Gifted. It's the X-Men show that didn't really have any X-Men in it. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In any case, we promised Beatles, so let's do some Beatles.
Yeah.
We're gonna do mostly Beatles songs. I hope you guys sing along with us if you know the songs. The lyrics are available. I really miss these musical gatherings that we used to have. And what tended to happen, because we have a whole Beatles book, is the night would end with a bunch of Beatles songs with just everybody who was over, sometimes like 20, 30 people at the end of the night, all playing whatever instruments they could get their hands on. And if they didn't have an instrument, they had their voices, and we would all sing together. And I really miss that.
You don't have that book handy, do you?
It's
in the other room.
on me. It's in the other room.
Okay.
But
It's
highly
the
recommend
songbook.
it.
It's got every song, chords, and lyrics.
Yeah, and it's awesome. I highly
Great,
recommend
great
it.
book to have.
Yeah.
My dad has the full everything transcribed book.
That's like
which I was thinking, I want that for today, but whatever.
It's a little intense to digest.
It's thicker, and there's more page turns. What's great about this book is you actually can just open it up, and most songs are on just 2 pages, and you can do the whole song without, having to turn a page.
Yeah. So I guess that's our unpaid advertisement for the Beatles songbook.
There's this podcast called The Portal where the guy does reverse advertisements. And this is where we take a product that we believe in and we plug it for free. Because, we're trying to turn advertising up on its head. So that's what we just did. We just did a reverse advertisement.
I guess so. Well, I think it's...
Hey, and the Beatles, you can pay us anytime you want. And by that I mean the Michael Jackson estate.
Oh, boy. Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never do you no harm. Believe me when I tell you I'll never do you no harm. didn't need me anymore. You know I nearly broke down and died. Oh, darling, if you leave me, I'll never make it alone. Believe me when I tell you, I'll never do you no harm. Believe me, darling, when you told me you didn't need me anymore. Well, you know, I nearly broke down and cried. When you told me you didn't need me anymore. Well, you know, I nearly broke down and died. Oh, darling, please believe me. I'll never let you down. Believe me when I tell you, I'll never do you no harm.
All right. Hey, you were
Woohoo.
wailing.
I love that song. It's so fun to play.
We should do that shows.
Oh, darling? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that
And people will go to your show and they'll be
And-
like, she can really wail. It'll be just like a Crucial Taunt. You know that band? It's Cassandra's band from Wayne's World.
Oh, she is badass.
And then people will be like, man, did you see that band last night? There was this chick. She could wail. And then it'll be like, yeah, we were there. Bro, we were there.
we played, dude. Like, bro, dude, we played. Bro.
Never mind. Okay, that was an attempt at a Wayne's World reenactment gone wrong.
Yeah, I don't think I know Wayne's
What?
World
What do
well
you mean, yeah?
enough.
You're supposed to be like, no, it was great. Oh, yeah. Right. You don't know Wayne's World well enough. That's okay.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
I accept your apology.
I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like super juiced about Beatles right now. So we were gonna do a little quick updated UBI segment, but can we do the next song first?
No, yeah, whatever you want.
This is Let It Be. If you guys know this, please sing along. Oh, and if you are singing along, like record it, post it, tag us. I want to see people singing along. It'll give me a little feeling of like, yay, we're all jamming together now. Again, sort
Yeah.
of. Even if I can't hear you guys, but
Yeah.
you know, I'll try to sing for all of us. Pretend that I'm with a bunch of people right now singing the Beatles.
Instead of one person playing the Beatles.
That is true. You should sing along too. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. In my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine on till tomorrow. Let it be. Wake up tuned of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 There will be an answer. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. Weather changes.
Jeez, what I did. There we go.
We'll when the weather changes, because we play wooden instruments, wood likes to expand and contract, even when it is not a tree anymore. And so when the weather gets a little freaky, here
Plus
we
my
are.
cello had a freak out yesterday.
And that too.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, that was a great song.
Yeah,
I love that song.
song.
My brother Graham used to play that all the time on piano when we were kids, and it was pretty annoying.
Granted, though, as someone who has only heard him do it a few times, it's fucking good.
Now it's good. And now sometimes we do, back in the day when we would have family gatherings with my big extended family, we'd do some sing-alongs, and that's a staple for sure.
Yeah, and he's been, both your brothers have come to some of our gatherings, and I really like it when Graham leads some of these songs because he does it really well, and I also like it when you lead some of these songs.
When I lead the inevitable Space Oddity sing-along.
Yes, that also becomes... See, we always do like Beatles along with some like Lewis songs, and then back to Beatles. And
Space Oddity, Weezer.
a lot of Weezer. Oh, and Wonderwall, which we've done.
Wonderwall, is that one of mine?
I feel like
I'm a fan, that's for sure.
We do
I also
Creep
like
sometimes.
Champagne Supernova.
Ooh, Supernova.
Champagne Supernova in the sky. In Ted Lasso, they do Wonderwall at karaoke. It's so good.
They do, and it's hilarious. And then that's when, well, no spoilers.
I like I like it when the coach does Lady Gaga. Oh la, oh, oh, oh.
It's so good.
Okay, he might be the best character.
Everybody needs to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like it's like the perfect balance of like a show being like, hey, you can be woke and not make super awful, sexist, misogynistic, racist, cheap jokes.
Yeah.
And still be hilarious. And they
Yeah.
kind of, they do a little ribbing of like, yeah, we're kind of woke, but at the same time, we're like very goofy. And this is a hilarious show. And it's about like soccer and athletes and things that are stereotypically like
Coaching.
toxic,
Yeah,
like,
right.
especially in quote unquote woke culture. But it's like, oh man, I just can't. It's like, it's so good.
And the power of being a good person and being nice to people.
Yeah. Which I think,
it's so much more powerful than I think people think
yeah, it's
these days.
Yeah. I mean, I always hate to like admit how much of a sucker I am for like really feel good, like wholesome shows and music and things like that. 'Cause I feel like I was made fun of a lot as a kid for being like too cheesy or whatever, or like unrealistic. But I think it's,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of heartwarming things.
Good to know.
Surprise! After 6.5, 7 years, is it 7? Are we at 7 now?
Yep.
Well, at 7, we're still finding out new things about each other.
Indeed.
Surprise. I guess this is as good a time as any to announce that we're doing basically after this 4 more weeks for my page, Ariel Wang Monday videos and Friday live streams, and then I'm going to take a little hiatus because I want to focus on writing music, and I have a long history of burnout and all sorts of things, and now that I am finally in therapy with a great therapist, I'm trying to be a little kinder to myself and trying to keep my sanity a little more. So
Great idea.
trying to, but the reason why I picked, 4 more is because that would mean we've done 1 video a week, with the exception of, I think,
At least.
of 1 week, I think, in the holidays
Oh,
where
yeah.
we didn't do it. So it would be at the 1-year anniversary of starting these weekly videos. So it's, it's a good goal to do a year, and it's a great accomplishment. And I think after a year, I just want to give myself a break.
Yep.
It's
a great idea.
Yep. Well, let's keep going with the Beatles, and then do our brief UBI checkup, because I'm had too much coffee and I'm too juiced right now.
UBI chicken. Yeah.
We care about UBI.
Get stoked. Yeah. Everyone gets a little bit of money. All right.
This is Don't Let Me Down. 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 Nobody ever loved me like she does. Ooh, she does. Yeah, she does. And they love me like she do me. Ooh, she do me. Yeah, she does. Don't let me down. Don't let gonna last. It's a love that lasts forever. It's a love that has no past. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. And from the first time that she really done me, ooh, she done me. Yeah, she done me good. As nobody ever really done me. Ooh, she done me. She done me good. Don't let me down. 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 Can you dig it? Don't let me down. All right, what's the UBI update, Lewis?
Oh my God. All right, the UBI update is on Twitter today. UBI, everybody, money for you. Recognize your unpaid work. On Twitter today, I looked at a thread by Scott Stenz, who, if you're into it, then you know about him already. But he's a UBI expert and advocate, and he was saying he was really, there's a lot of talk about federal jobs guarantee, I guess, was put up, and he was saying he doesn't like the federal jobs guarantee as much as UBI. He thinks that, well, first of all, it doesn't. There's a lot of people doing a lot of unpaid work right now. It doesn't address that, right? So it's not like, hey, you're doing childcare for free. You probably would want a childcare job, right? You're qualified for that. Well, is the government going to pay you to take care of your own family? I don't think this is the way it works.
All of a sudden going to have a job to take care of other kids that basically only cover the childcare you would then be spending.
And you were talking yesterday about how there are actually jobs, but people don't want just any job.
Right. If you actually look at the numbers, the number of jobs available in total, not just like unfilled jobs, but jobs available, is actually the same, almost the same as pre-pandemic levels now. It's just they're the type of jobs that people don't want for whatever reason, whether it's they feel like it's unsafe. So like a lot of what are considered service jobs, right? Your groceries, your delivery drivers, your whatnot. A lot of them are factory jobs where you have to be in close proximity, and of course there's been a lot of debate and information out there about whether corporations are actually being held accountable and actually doing the safest practices for their employees. And a lot of places, a lot of employees are saying they're not. So that's something to be addressed. And it reminds me of the whole argument that, if we didn't have so many illegal immigrants, then there would be all these jobs for Americans basically, and in the industries that a lot of those immigrants go into, mainly restaurant industry and in agriculture, it's those are jobs that people don't want.
Well, but maybe
And
those
aren't
jobs
willing
need
to
to
do.
pay more.
Well, they
And then
do.
people would
They
want
do
them
need
more.
to. They do need to pay more, but then it goes into the bigger ideas of like, well, like say in a restaurant industry, I don't know a lot about it, but I think I know it better than the agriculture industry for sure, just because we play a lot of music in restaurants, and there are really thin margins of profit for most restaurants. Like even the
Mhm.
most successful restaurants are often not really making a lot of money,
Mhm.
and it's because the margins are razor thin. So it's I think it's a conversation around how do we say structure the restaurant industry where restaurant owners and runners aren't always feeling like they're having to work their butts off for almost no real pay, and it's highly stressful, and how do we get everyone paid fairly at the same time. And I think it's the same with the agriculture industry, you know, like sure, anybody who works those jobs should be offered more money, but at the same time it's like what will that mean for the agriculture industry?
Yeah.
And of course, it's already subsidized, and I'm not saying I'm someone who knows a lot about it. I can't speak to it, but I think that those are just issues that people who do know about it need to be thinking about.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, and so yeah, another thing that Scott Santens was talking about was labor productivity is going way up since the 1970s, but the wages have not kept up with the level of productivity. And I think what he's saying is a federal jobs guarantee says, yeah, well, we all just need to like work harder, and then we'll be able to live more comfortably. And listen, I'm not against hard work, but he's arguing we should be working less for what we have, especially when there's new technology that's making it easier for humans to not do certain work. But what's happening is the profits and the gains from the automated work that's being done are being sequestered at the top. So it's just like let's keep up with let's have our standard of life reflect our productivity, not necessarily our wages.
Right. I think it's the idea of like, people, why do we want automation? And the idea is that people will then get to work less. But what has happened is people are just getting fired, laid off.
Right.
Without really any infrastructure to help people adapt to changes. A really interesting podcast I was listening to is called Timber Wars, and it's talking about in the Northwest the conflict between timber and lumber jack workers and environmentalists. And really it's really interesting, but the conclusion they came out with at the very end is the environmentalists get blamed a lot for the lack of a lumber industry, and and the fact that those jobs are much rarer now. And really what they found out is that the trend was already going towards that way, and that the things that had happened in terms of how many people got laid off and all of that was already going to happen anyway. And what happened, especially when environmentalists went in, is that the timber companies found an easy scapegoat to blame the changing industry and the automation and all this other stuff on the environmentalists, rather than taking the blame themselves that, yeah, we're switching to automation and laying people off because it makes us more money. So it's, and
it's more efficient.
Right. And that's a really complicated conversation, especially when you talk about cultural values and how much our culture values hard work and having jobs and earning your keep and all of that stuff. And it's like, if you're raised with those ingrained values, it's really hard, like as
bootstrap values.
Right. and I think as someone who, grew up in two different cultures, deeply in two different cultures, and having to suss out what are the good and maybe negative things of each culture, that doesn't mean just because I been able to logically in my head figure out what's good doesn't mean that my automatic gut responses aren't there, right?
Yeah.
So, just as an example, like that whole bootstraps mentality, I have that deeply ingrained. And even though I do believe I work pretty hard,
You work super hard.
it just, it's the hardest thing for me was walking away from that mentality and saying, hey, maybe working on things every single night till 11 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., every single day, starting work around usually at least by 9 a.m. That's not a healthy way of living.
Yeah.
So, in any case.
Side note, what is going on with my hair today? What is this line here? Am I balding more just in a straight line? Oh, wait, did I just mess it up? No, it's there. Okay, if anyone
That's
knows,
why it's
please
better for
comment.
the camera to be over there and the screen to be over here instead of us having to, because I hate looking at myself in the camera.
Well, I look at you to, connect with you while we're playing music and while you're talking, and then I see us over there. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my cousin, GC Martin. He makes these shirts, turtle shirts, and I think on the back it says, "Take your time."
Yep.
Take your time, GC Martin. You can buy these. You can buy these shirts from him if you look it up. He's a great. He's like a hip hop artist.
Yeah, he's a rapper. He makes beats and things. And
Yeah.
It's
Super talented.
Yeah.
Really nice guy. If you want to support
Really nice
an
guy.
artist, you can't. There isn't a better artist to support right now.
Yeah.
Even us.
Even us.
Then support us.
Then support us. Yeah. All right. Well, we've been on the soapbox long enough. I think at least I've been on it way too long. So we're gonna end with a non-Beatles song, but we're gonna end with Carolina.
Okay.
Which is one of my songs, and if you know it, please sing along. And if you don't know it, the word Carolina comes back a lot, so sing that with us. Carolina, it's been so long. The roses have wilted and the leaves are long gone. Carolina, I've forgotten your voice. If I hear your harmonies, would drown out all this noise. Carolina, where have you been? Heart's been aching, and this old porch has worn thin. Carolina, did you hear me call? Skies are getting dark, It's been so long. The roses have wilted and the leaves are long gone. Carolina, I've forgotten your voice. If I hear your harmonies, would it drown out all this noise? Whew. All right, thanks everyone. Like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube and you like this, follow us on Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Instagram
at Ariel Wang Music.
Yeah.
Check
at
out
Lewis
our website
Patzner.
at Lewis Patzner for Lewis Patzner and Ariel's, occasionally some Ariel Wang stuff.
That's right.
And yeah, we'll see you next Friday for the beginning of the countdown. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. Next Friday, noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock. Bye.